We're going live right now. All right, and then I'm going to go onto my YouTube. Come on. All right, now I'm going to have to share this on Facebook. And then I have that copy just in case anybody needs it. Okay. All right. Awesome. All right, where is Nate? It's being all slow. So, how are you, Emily? How's everything going?
Good, good. I officiated a wedding last night, which is why I look like this right now. But really liked watching the final cut of it. It looked really great.
Hmm. Awesome. I'm glad because that was some that was some. It took me a while, especially with the sound, and I still don't think it was quite right for what I was looking for, but still, it got the point across.
Yeah,
That
for
was the
sure.
main thing. That was the main thing. So, um, we are going. We got a couple people in here so far, and I just sent the link to Facebook, so everybody should see it.
Cool. Yeah, I've never been on this app before. This is really cool.
Yeah, I used to use StreamYard a lot, like with my brother when we did our podcast because we did a gaming podcast and it was pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
So, but it was pretty awesome, and I haven't messed around with it in a while. So, but yeah, so since we got you here, I'm hoping for at least a couple more people. I'm gonna just go on to YouTube and see who's on here right now. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be, taking all the questions and all that stuff because that's the whole point of this awesome little Q&A. And I am going to go ahead and play it without further ado. So hopefully enough of you are in here that you can see it, or if you're somehow watching it on Facebook or whatever, then you will get a pretty cool little thing. All right, so all right. Gonna go ahead and play this. So you guys enjoy it, and we will come back and answer some awesome questions that I'm sure some of you already have.
I need your expertise on it.
All C misdemeanor site.
10 John 12.
Alex, what do we got?
A real sick one. Troy, before you go in there, can I speak with you?
Yeah, what's going on?
The victim was a friend of yours, Senator Casey.
Senator Casey? Are you sure?
We matched the ID to the photo. There's no power.
Great.
There was a deep laceration along the neck. The heart cavity was cut open and the heart removed. I'm so sorry, Troy.
He was the one who got me my first job with the FBI in Vermont. I just don't understand who would do some shit like this.
I'm not sure. This is a gang hit. It's the worst I've ever seen. Troy, this is Officer Daly. He's the sheriff in this county. Officer Daly, this is my partner, lead detective Troy Baker.
Detective? Not sure what happened here, but this is the senator's second home. Whoever did this is one sick fuck. No eyewitnesses from the surrounding neighbors, no fingerprints. However, we did find this.
The devil.
The devil?
This is the card of the devil. See that description? It ain't the guy on the horse. It's the creature behind him. I don't think that this was gang related at all anymore. Officer Daly, which way to the basement?
There is no basement, only a barn in the back.
What you thinking?
Hopefully, but I'm not.
This door was locked.
Well, who else got the key?
No one.
On me.
Got it.
Okay.
Alex, come take a look at this.
Shit, another one?
This is what I was afraid of. 4 years ago, I was a part of a special task force for the FBI. We infiltrated and took down dangerous satanic cults in the US. And our most dangerous case was one that involved a number of dismembered bodies and organs, leaving this card indicating the devil and the serpent.
So what are you telling me, Troy? What are we dealing with here?
What we're dealing with isn't gang related. It's a cult. Ran by about one but two leaders. The spiritual killings that involve the soul, and the physical killings that involve the devil.
The devil and the serpent.
Exactly.
Who is it?
I don't know. Detective Baker.
No beast is more savage than man when possessed with power, answerable with rage.
Who are you, the devil or the serpent?
We shall no longer share the interest in the affairs of your government, for you are doomed to live under the rule of fools. The overthrow of kings and queens has begun. This is only the beginning to an end. Try if you dare, Detective Baker.
Troy?
I hope you're ready for this.
Nate made it to the building.
I made it, man. I made it, dog. I made it. What's up,
So-
Emily?
And not much. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Just on my way back home.
Yeah, so for everybody that did watch, hope you guys enjoyed that. So we are now open to anything, any type of questions. But before we do that, though, we'll start with you, Emily. What was your experience like being on this film?
Oh my God, it was great, honestly. I mean, I feel like I've worked on sets before where like small things happened that caused people to completely shut down, and it was like, okay, well, what are we gonna do? And I really felt like on this set, everybody was working towards a common goal. So it was like really just working together to get the project done, and get it done well while still being in a great frame of mind. It was honestly one of the best sets I've worked on in a long time.
Yeah, and for you, Nate, what was it like for you?
Definitely, man. It was kind of the same thing. I really liked how professional it was. It was very professional to me. And even though we had a couple hiccups, a couple problems, we all worked through it. So it was really a good team effort. But it was a very good experience for me, though.
That's what's up, man. There he is. Oh, he's kind of working right now. So I don't think he can really answer questions at the moment because he's at work. But he is here. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the cast. Miss Emily, who played our other protagonist, Miss Alexandria Johnson, aka Alex. And then Nate was
well, I can hear everyone, but I can't see anyone.
Yes,
oh. Well, you're on here, man. I don't know what to tell you. He's trying. It's probably a lot of. He said, I think he said the reception was really crappy where he was at. So
yeah, it probably is.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So to get everybody in perspective, that I explained earlier, Emily originally was not the lead. She was actually supposed to be the antagonist. She was supposed to play the Serpent character. But because of the situation that we had, you know, of nobody's fault but the weather, she really stepped up and stepped into this role and just did an absolutely fantastic job. So again, I thank you very, very much for that.
Yeah, thank you. It's a really fun role to play.
All right. And Nate, I mean,
yes, sir.
When we were in class together, man, it was like after seeing some of your acting talents, I'm just like, man, I gotta get this guy on film some type of way. And I knew I couldn't do it with the non-dialogue, but I knew when we got to the dialogue, I was like, okay, this might be the one for him.
For sure, man. I enjoyed it, man. That was a really good script too, man.
Ah, thank you. And it was interesting when I came up with the script for this because it was one that I wasn't like, it was something that kind of came natural because I'm so used to watching like different like crime shows and like CSI, NCIS, The Following, you know, NYPD Blue. Like I watch all these different cop shows, and then you look at a lot of the more modern ones like True Detective or you know, like The Shield. I always loved The Shield, stuff like that. And then combine that with a type of mystery, like I would love to turn this into a feature. So maybe eventually something like that.
If this turned into a feature, I think it'd turn out beautiful, honestly.
All right. Yeah, I agree.
The whole story.
Get a little bit of money behind it.
Exactly. I know, right?
All right. So we are now open to questions. So I see Bronson and Amy and might be a couple other people. If you guys got questions, go ahead and ask. You can ask the actors, you can ask me, whoever. Let's see what y'all got. I will say too that, you know, the crew, for a limited crew that we had, I think literally it was two people. It was the camera person and then the sound person.
Yeah,
That
the
was
sound.
really
That
it.
was really it. That was really it. Small and petite group.
Yeah. Dalton's having issues, so he's just gonna pop in and out. But I'll keep bringing his stuff up as it comes across.
Sweet.
But yeah, a lot of people so far. A lot of people have been saying, how good it was as far as like creating the tension and
Exactly.
the cliffhanger climax at the end.
I think the music was really good, man. You chose you had a really good choice of music.
Oh, dude. So with the music portion, like I didn't know how I was gonna have the music, and then I was listening to David Fleming, listening to a lot of his stuff. Now he's done like some other films before, and this was an album that he did that was just like it had no like it wasn't off of any music like movie soundtrack or anything.
Right,
It was just his album.
Wow.
And I was just like, ooh. And so I like to listen to music when I write because it helps me create the world and the story that I want to tell. And it's pretty cool. So
yeah, man, I enjoyed that music. I think you had showed me a couple of them before you made a final decision.
Yeah. So
yeah, the scene in the barn, the like music for that reminds me a lot of the show Are You Afraid of the Dark? I don't know if you guys ever watched that. I was like, oh, goosebumps.
So Amy has a question, and you guys can kind of answer this one. Says, how hard was it to work with no power?
It actually wasn't that hard, to be honest. I mean, there was a couple of things where we could have used like some light, but other than that, the natural light really helped. It really helped us. We didn't really.
I think the week before, Desmond and I actually were working on another set that was all outside in the middle of these woods. I think it definitely was pleasant to have like a house that we were available to go into to like kind of warm up. So I think that helped a lot.
Yeah, and even with like shooting it, like if we did, because the original plan was to shoot this at night, but then I was like, nah, we could do it during the day. It should work out a little bit better. And I'm so glad we made that decision, because if we'd have had no power trying to shoot that in the dark, oh my goodness, that'd have been a nightmare. Everybody pull out your cell phones. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, Bronson says we need a feature now. Can't leave us hanging. So hopefully it's something that we can work our way into, man. That's kind of the goal for this one, because I kind of started writing this again. So I kind of took this as, okay, we'll see how this goes. We'll kind of test the waters a little bit. Now that I kind of see some of the reception that we've been getting from what people have been saying, I'm like, okay, I can get a little more invested now. So not only am I writing my thesis, but I'm actually rewriting this script as a feature. So a lot of writing.
Yeah.
That's going to be nice.
Yes, Amy, that's something that we're gonna play around with. I mean, obviously it depends on budgeting, because I want to make sure this time around everybody gets paid, and it's just finding out what works and what everybody else thinks about it. So I think it's great. Let's see.
I think it would also do really well as like a mini series or something.
Yeah, like a 1-season series.
Yeah, like 6 to 8 episodes or something.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of been the new thing now with a lot of shows, because they used to run like 20 episode, series, and now a lot of them have cut back to like 10, 11 episodes, some of them as low as like 6 or 7. So, just writing something like that would work out really well too.
Yeah. I think a lot of crime shows are a little bit shorter too.
Yeah. And with that, it's like, okay, now we can really kind of deep dive into the story, deep dive into these characters. We can bring in and introduce new characters into the fray, because you can't have a gangland squad and only 2 people.
Right.
That just doesn't work. So, there were other actors that was going to try and play the role, and I can actually bring a couple of them back in and then give them their time to shine, in a sense. So I think we can play around with the dynamics of all of these characters really, really well.
Yeah, for sure.
She said you came up with a great idea. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was hoping we'd get more people in here for questions, but I think some people either didn't really have any or they just couldn't make it. I don't know. But nevertheless, if there's no more questions, we could probably kind of just end it here. But Nate had to dip out, I guess. I don't know what happened. We lost him. He's gone. But Emily, thank you so much for being on here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And
I had a really great time working with you guys.
Yeah, and we'll do this again. We'll do this again sometime down the road, and we'll have more stuff. Oh, by the way, everybody, we do have a blooper reel for this as well, which I will also post on Facebook and on my YouTube channel. So I will have the full movie and the bloopers all on my YouTube channel. So as long as everybody subscribed to my YouTube channel, you will be able to view them, and I will make sure that everybody gets a chance to view them. Emily, was there anything else you wanted to add? Like any Twitter handles that people would get to know, create some more followers?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Facebook. I have an acting page under Emily Jane Smith. I have a very basic name, so I mean, no problem if you can't find me on there. But yeah, I think honestly, I just had such a great time working with you guys. Like, it was really, really lovely to work on set with you all, and thank you for inviting me to join in on it.
Yeah, it was my pleasure and my honor to have you as a part of a late addition to the cast, in a sense. But no, I think you did a phenomenal job. You really knocked it out the park, especially with the amount of time that was given to you. Tip of the hat to you.
Oh, thank you.
And I do hope one day, and I'm sure we will, we'll get to work together again on something outside of school.
Yeah.
Once I graduate, because I've already got a sleuth of ideas that I think you would be great for. So,
awesome. Yeah.
So everybody, thank you for checking us out. Everybody that did make it, that will probably check this out later, it will be on YouTube, and I will repost this on Facebook. So again, that is Emily. I do this because I'm pointing right, but it's showing anyway.
Yeah.
But that is Emily Smith. I am Desmond Dukes. Nathaniel wasn't here and Dalton wasn't here, but both of them, one had issues and one was just like, man, F this, I'm out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We love you, Nate. All right. You guys take care and have a gloriously good day. And we'll see y'all next time.